was standing face to face. I couldn't find the words to say. Give me one more move. I don't even know her name. I guess foolish pride's to blame. Now I'm falling in love as she's walking away, and my heart won't tell my mind to tell my mouth what it should say. May have lost this battle.
With this video, I tried to get attention from the FBI, the U.S. Attorney General, those federal authorities that keep ignoring me, my complaint. They be ignoring me no matter what I do. I went personally in Washington. They're sending me to Newark because they said they have no jurisdiction in Washington. I get to Newark, nothing done. When I was on this, I knew I was victimized. I went to request help from Frank Provenzano due to the fact that he's a sheriff, and then I wrote a letter before that. I would like to read that to you. So that, and then it's been filed in court. Okay, everybody knows about this because it's a court records. Okay, and then this is what the letter is. Okay, the letter was sent by express mail, EM 504-968204 US, date January 24, 2011. Please pay attention on the date here because they are all justify the cause of action of Sheriff Provenzano and the interest they had in my case. Okay, Somerset County Sheriff Office, 20 Grove Street, Somerville, New Jersey, 08876, Frank Provenzano. Since a sheriff is elected by the people to serve the people, then you are the supreme law officer of the Somerset County who is accountable to serve the people of Somerset County. As a sheriff elected by the people, you have sworn to protect and serve them. Your duty should not be affected, influenced, and diminished by the violation committed by judges, powerful law firms, and federal officials who violate the law for their political agendas. With the oath of enforcement officer, you have sworn that you will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. You will take your duty very seriously. You will always do your utmost to live up to the principle of your duties. And you have read the Constitution and know what it says and what you are defending. As you serve as sheriff, the good people of Somerset County, New Jersey, and take the role as chief law enforcement officer and constitutionally defender very seriously, then you know that all sheriffs under Article 6, Paragraph 3 are duty bound through oath of affirmation to protect, defend, and support the Constitution of the United States. This makes American Sheriff very unique as a law enforcer in our constitutional republic, and the office of the sheriff is a unique and special constitutional office as part of the check and balance system. Being I one of your constituents who reside under your county jurisdiction and victim of crime within your county jurisdiction, who has a complaint concerning government corruption problems by some state and county officers, I, Thomas Gage, with this U.S. Express mail package containing some criminal evidence information, bring to your attention as an elected law enforcement representative a forceful need of legal service from your office. Through some emails and letters sent early to your office, I have already reported to your office some of the corruption crimes in discussion. But since I can provide your office with many additional update evidence contained in the package, I am requesting from your office an investigation in this case of corruption. The judiciary system in New Jersey is corrupt. The state court, the Attorney General office, and the Somerset County Prosecutor's office have all refused to take the proper corrective action against the President of the State Board of Short-End Reporting, Marianne Camerata, for obstruction of justice in providing corrupt documentation to fit my counterpart interests during legal proceeding at the Somerset Courthouse in the court case number Somerset SOML-1340-08. This corruption case need to be investigated by your office, and the investigation should not be limited or impeded by the criminal action of some superior court judges. In this case, as citizens of the United States, a resident of the state of New Jersey, and a victim of a crime, I am entitled under the U.S. Constitution and the New Jersey Constitution to exercise the right to have your office investigate my case. Note that according to the attached 3 links about Cynthia Feller Champel, Jack Cunningham, and Gagiano's government corruption stories, it seems that I am not the only one who cannot get any help from the State Attorney General and the U.S. Attorney General office in Newark. Who is then supposed to protect the families of New Jersey from local government corruption? Please, I invite you to check into the following online links regarding to New Jersey corruption, what I sent to them. Also, in this express mail, EM 504968204 US, containing following attachment, I sent to the sheriff one copy of Cynthia KCD, one copy of Gagiano KCD, one copy of Mr. Gage DVD of warrantorship committee meetings with 10 pages in writing in support of it. So whatever you will see wasn't writing, you can explain what we're saying. One copy of CD in support of the corrupt manipulated that occurred with the transcript of March 7, 2005 in my first appeal in court in 2005. And it goes on again, 3-page of transcript, support of the corrupt manipulation occurred regarding to the conflict of interest of Mr. Dean, the traffic engineer in Sniparo case. All that. Another CD regarding October 22nd. It goes on. And then again, number 5. Mistake number 7, a copy of a CD of warrantorship planning board meeting of February 21st, and 4-page of manipulated transcript provided by defendant Pro Camarada, which was a notice regarded for off-site plan. In these 4 pages, a transcript a complaint from no have received a notice of site plan work made by one of the residents has been ignored. It was not in the transcript because obviously the meeting would have been cancelled and everything would have back on a new notice. On a CD copy of Judge David Wren from Morrison County Courthouse, where Gage versus Camarada, Judge David Wren knowledge of Camarada misconduct. Okay, the judge knows that the Camarada misconduct, but nothing, and she was not prosecuted for it. Okay, she's been protected. Consider the multiple transcript. Okay. All right, and then it goes on. So far, he refused to do that. Instead to investigate my case, he went to the other side of the law. Okay, and now I'm showing you what he did. Okay. This is a Sheriff D, which I use went through. I use it for essay bit, went through court trials, and then as I, Frank Provenzano, Sir Sheriff of the County of Somerset in the state of New Jersey, send greetings. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so this issue is about Superior Court of New Jersey, Division, Somerset County, doc number F22089-08. Okay, and this is about my property, okay, known as 51 Crest Boulevard, New Jersey, 00, and then design lot. All right, now I'm going through this paper here. Okay, that the judge court order was to sell the house, $814,000, which the sheriff clearly stated the court order was not met, so he proceeded with unlawfully against the court order. Here it is. It says here, I, Frank Provenzano, Sheriff of the County of Somerset, State of New Jersey, I solemnly swear that the land and real estate described in this deed made by me to Wells Fargo Bank Trustee Polling Service Agreement, when goes on though here, was by me sold by virtue of good and subsisting execution, as is therein receipted, that the money ordered, there was no other court order to be made, has not been. The money that was supposed to court order was not made. To my knowledge, so in knowledge, or believe, paid or satisfied, was not satisfied, that the time and place of the sale of said land and real estate was by me duly advised as required by law, and the same was creed of and sold and bona fide purchases for best price. The court order was violated, because when you have a court order, you have to obey to the court order. So that's didn't happen. The house was sold $461 when it was court ordered to be sold $814,000. By the way, that is no either the problem, but it is a breach of contract, a breach of court order. Now, this is a seal. This is a deed. This deed was, okay, filed, registered, okay, and in Somerset County clerk office, okay, right, registered there, was filed in record. It's a record in Somerset County. Now, here says, I witness whereof I, they say, Frank J. Provenzano, sir, as such sheriff, I first say I have heard until set my hand and seal this 4th day of October 2010. On October 2010, the 4th day, okay, October 4, 2010, Chef Provenzano sealed this paper, that's we swearing here, and sign it. Now, this signature here, when I first saw it, I was thinking about, I remember when I used to live in Italy, and those old people, they survived the Second War, the World War, they used to sign paper because they didn't know how to sign their name, so they wouldn't do a sign. So it looked like a cross, like that. So I was thought, wow, it could be a sheriff, and a sheriff that doesn't know either right to sign his name. So that was just came to my mind like that. But after that, I was thinking about it and said, let me go check out the signature. Anyway, this signature here is not the official signature of Frank J. Provenzano. Anyway, this paper says, sign it and seal and deliver it in the presence of Thomas C. Miller. Thomas C. Miller he was the attorney, the lawyer for the Somerset County office. So this is what is the signature here is a alleged signature. This signature is not of Thomas Miller. It's a forged signature. I'm gonna show you the difference after that. And this one is not Frank Provenzano official signature. So again here says, okay, Thomas Miller, an attorney at law of New Jersey, okay, and then they say they swear, they sign, okay. Again, he said here, duly advised, it won't be late by signing. So the signature here is not Frank Provenzano. Again, before me, an attorney at law of New Jersey was supposed to be Thomas Miller, C. Miller. On this fourth day of October, in the year of the Lord 2010, and I do certify it here. Frank Provenzano certified that I have the attorney here, okay, Thomas Miller, certified that have examined the above deed, mentioned and approved the same, and order it to be recorded as good, sufficient conveys of the land and real estate therein described. Now, Thomas, attorney at law of New Jersey, never saw this paper. He never signed it. Now, again, only to think about this signature here compared to this signature here, it's obvious there is no match right now. Just to see this one here, something is wrong, right? This is nothing. Okay, you're gonna get the funny part. So Thomas Miller, this is a document that was submitted as exhibit in court, and then it was first filed in the court office record, document record for a deed in order to steal my property. So this is a document that is an evidence of felony. Okay, it's a felony document, perjury, fraud, and forgery, all that. And this document, it's an evidence of crime, and the U.S. Attorney General, the FBI, supposed to take over this case because it's on their jurisdiction. Okay, either the state attorney general. What happened? It's not your duty. Okay, now we have a corrupt sheriff. Okay, who swear to protect the Constitution, who serve the people of the county. Corrupt. Either if he didn't sign this, why doesn't come forward to tell him who did this paper? He's concealing. So it's worse now. He's making it worse. Okay, so this is the document of the deed. Now, the proof is this, okay? Before I show you the real signature, I'm gonna show you another document. This was the submitted, processed through this Somerset County clerk office for register. So was then submitted in the register on the Somerset County, okay? And this is the same document. When you do a copy, it comes from the original. I should match everything, right? So if you see these copies here, okay, I want to show you this one like this. This signature and this signature should be identical. They are not, okay? This one here and this one here should be identical. They're not. Okay. Now, see this number here? This document was filed on the third appeal in Philadelphia. Okay. And this document it's a forged signature here, okay, and the felony document has been provided to the judge to render an opinion on it, okay. So this document cause unlawful opinions and unlawful court orders. Justice did not prevail because these documents are bogus, forgery, and everything else, okay. And then the court is being frauded, so it's fraud up on the court, and this is obvious, okay. Now this and this, okay, doesn't match with this and this. Now you see the documents, right? So there is Thomas Miller, judge, was never present, okay, and this document was neither Frank Provenzano or never. This is made from others people, and that what it is. Now the real signature of those people, okay, this is the right of possession. Remember that? This is Frank Provenzano legal real official signature, the real official signature, okay. This one here, again, Frank Provenzano, the real official signature, okay. This is the oath of Thomas Miller. He's now a judge, okay, who swear to support the Constitution, okay. Now this is the real signature of Thomas C. Miller, okay, and then you compare it, okay, you compare it here, compare it here, compare it here, okay, compare it with this one here, huh? This one here do not match with this one, and the other page is not identical, and different pages, a different document was supposed to be the same identical document. They've been filed through district court, state court, and appellate court. And there be the felonies. This document is felonies. Okay, and now this is. Now you remember the paper. This one here is the actually alleged court order that Frank Provenzano, Sheriff Frank Provenzano, used to come to my house on my property on August 8, 2011. And force evict me and my family tenants from the home, and eventually vandalize all the belongs that were in the house and the business materials of the company that were the tenant in the house. So those there's a tape on there's a YouTube video online that you can see and check for corrupt officer of Warren Township. You will find out the details what happened that day. Anyway, this is the Somerset County Sheriff. You can see his official signage. This is the office sign. This is what Frank Provenzano signed. Okay. Now, they came to our house where this says right of possession. Okay, state of New Jersey. As I explained in the previous video, I'm gonna show you again. All right, this is what says that the judgment of the Superior Court, okay, was made, and then the Thomas Gage and was the owners was supposed to be evicted. All right, and then nothing else. There is no about any other names here. There are 4 other people that have been never notified. Anyway. Remember this one here, the alleged signature here, the August, this was alleged August the 2nd day of August 2011. And this court order was not signed, as Sheriff said, by a judge. Alleged it was supposed to be the Judge Mary C. Jacobson, okay. That's what they're saying. She signed this paper, but she never saw it. That's what the record says. Okay. Now, the other fact is that if you remember, I show you this paper here, which I said, this is a forged signature. This is not Jennifer Perez acting clerk of a superior court, okay, signature. Anyway, it's illegal anyway, either if it was, because it was supposed to be sealed and signed for the judge. It's first order. And I can show you the stamp here, this one here. This is the real signature of the clerk office. When you request a document from the acting clerk of Superior Court in Trenton, that's why she's gonna sign it. Okay, that's the way the office signature. So the court order was bogus. I asked the sheriff the other day, who signed it. They came over there with the intention to throw me in the street, and that was their goal, to do what they took all the thing. It used to be goes there to teach me a lesson that I was not supposed to mess up with the members of the law firm Di Francesco, okay, who is the best friend of our Governor Chris Christie, okay. So, and then that was supposed to teach me a lesson, okay, a lesson. But now, why would a state judge Mary Jacobson would have signed a first court order on August 8th? I mean, here says August 2nd, 2011. When, okay, but she didn't sign anything. Well, anyway, the reason why she wouldn't sign it because she was already in charge of the lawsuit against the bank, and she was in this matter. She has a civil action, okay, doc number F059553-10, okay, ordered directing the named foreclosure plaintiffs to show cause why the court should not suspend the ministerial duties of the Office of Foreclosure and the Superior Court Clerk's Office regarding the proceeding of certain uncontested. My foreclosure process was uncontested, okay, so as on this belongs to this case. So then residential mortgage foreclosure action stay, all the foreclosure was supposed to stay. Sheriff sell, okay, no one was supposed to sell. Those foreclosure action appointed special matters pursuant to Rule 441-1 to investigate questionable foreclosure practice and appointing an attorney to appear in support of those proposed relief. So, who attorney has been appointed to my case? Would have been that a discrimination, okay? Because everybody else would have a stay in court, right? And in my case, it would not be stay. So this one here, this document, all right, has been, okay, all these pages here, has been signed here by Judge Mary Jacobson, all right? So she was in these matters. Why she would have signed a first court order knowing that my foreclosure case alleged there was, it was filed by one of the bank that she's in order to stay, okay, well, Fargo Bank. And now again here, the same document, civil scattering order. This was an order to scatter or to show, the order to show cause on December 2010, right? So, and this is also signed by Mary C. Jacobson, okay? The same judge who allegedly supposed to sign a court order eviction, forced eviction on my property, to evict us. So obviously she didn't do it, okay? So that's why they had to come out with a bogus forged document. Okay, as I showed you, this is what this gave it. This was again the court order. The sheriff came to my house, since he was also in default, like I showed you before, so he commit obstruction of justice. So this is alleged to be the acting clerk of Superior Court, which is not. I'll show you over here. Okay, this is the conclusion of it. That will not make sense, because otherwise it's also a discrimination if this was was signed by State Judge Mary Jacobson, when she herself ever filed a stay in court for all homeowners, was was uncontested judgment. So that one makes sense, no? Right. Due to the fact that Judge Thomas Miller, and Superior Clerk Jennifer Perez did not come forward to defend themselves in that somebody is using their signature, their name, to proceed with fraud in court. Okay, I have filed them as a third party on my new case. Okay, case has to do with 13 civil 02256. Okay, which it's been again, like I said, been assigned to the same judge who's keeping denied and dismissed my case. I had so many cases. Just recently, the last case, she dismissed it with pending motion about her excuse. I'm gonna go through that too. I'm gonna show you what they're doing. Okay. Anyway, this is the paper. Okay, I'm showing it quickly. Right, the entrance of the discussion filing here, complaint, attachment, proposed sums. I don't propose it. I am going to put them as a third party. Okay, so this is the case. Okay, I file as a third party, and then they now put it as a motion to omit it. It's nothing to omit. They're gonna be a third party because they are concealing the crime. The third party complaint. Okay, State Judge Thomas Miller and Jennifer M. Perez, clerk of the New Jersey Superior Court. Demand for trial by jury and all issues. They're never gonna give me that. Okay. Now the cause of action is cause of action: breach of fiduciary duty, ignoring the law, obstruction of justice, violation of the oath of office. This is what they're committing by considering the fact that someone used their signature. Okay, and that makes unlawfully, because they know that somebody unjustly stole my property. Okay, court jurisdiction, we know about that. Okay, New Jersey oath affidavit, so that's the oath based on the oath officer. Okay, judicially and legal officials, a lawyer shall not make any statement that the lawyer knows to be false or with reckless disregard as to is true or falsely concerning the qualification of a judge, adjudicatory officer of the public legal officer, or candidate for election, appointment, judge. So all that. This is the oath. Okay, that's all law. This is the law that have been, judicially oath, 18 U.S.C. 4, misprision of felony. Okay, complaint. This is what I said. In filing a complaint under the constitutional law against the defendant, I, the private attorney general, Thomas I. Gage, and plaintiff state the following: as a First Amendment right to be commissioned as a private attorney general, Title 42 U.S.C.A. Section 1986, as protective civil rights. As an American born and resident of the state of New Jersey and victim of crime, plaintiff is entitled under the Constitution to exercise the right as a private attorney general to appear in court ex real on behalf of the United States, a federal government, the state of New Jersey, the people of New Jersey, or the people of the United States of America, as at the election in Black Laws Dictionary, 6th edition. So you can find the law. Okay, RICO statute, okay, special remedies, all that, the parent record here. This is all the law I've expressed it, okay, it's on the law, other laws, okay, all laws be here. The third party defendant, okay, defendant State Thomas C. Miller is a New Jersey State Superior Judge in Somerset County Civil Court, 20 North Bridge Street, 2nd floor, Somerville, New Jersey. Defendant State Judge Thomas Miller is a judiciary officer of the state of New Jersey whose duty is to serve the people of New Jersey. He has sworn to support the Constitution of the United States and the state of New Jersey and laws and protect and serve the people of New Jersey, including the plaintiff family. Article 6, Paragraph 3. Defendant Jennifer Perez, the Circuit Clerk of the Superior Court, English Justice Complex, 24 West Market Street, floor 6th floor, North Wing, Trenton. Defendant Jennifer M. Perez also has solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States, the state of New Jersey, and the laws, and to protect and serve the people of New Jersey, including the plaintiff family. Article 6, Paragraph 3, subject to the law of our land as the clerk of the Superior Court in Trenton. Okay, short statement in regard defendant State Judge Thomas Miller. As per the attached Exhibit A, 29 pages, a judicial note was sent on April 4, 2013, see Exhibit B, by the plaintiff to the defendant State Judge Thomas Miller to report and advise him that someone has signed a deed on his behalf using his official signature as an attorney at law to produce a fraudulent deed document. Okay? These exhibits are forged, robber, signed, bogus, and fraudulent documents that do not meet all the requirements for recording and court proceedings. Defendant State Thomas Miller, being a judge, knows the law and sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America and the laws. Since April 5, 2013, defendant State Judge Thomas Miller is failing to comply with his official oath in calling on the DA or the Department of Justice to investigate these felonies conceivable by a court of the United States and of the state of New Jersey. Therefore, by law, he is in violation of his oath or official oath under Title 18 U.S.C. 4, Title 42 U.S.C. 1986, 18 U.S.C. 3, and breach of fiduciary duty. Defendant State Judge Thomas Miller is not following the above statutory procedure. See Armstrong v. Obogchino in regard to these forged, robber, signed, and fraudulent documents that serve the purpose to: first, give the right to the Fargo Bank attorney to act above the laws and steal plaintiff property on 51 Crest Boulevard by way of unlawful execution or forced eviction on him and his family intended by a sheriff on August 8, 2011. Second, defraud the United States government. And third, to sell plaintiff property to Mr. and Mr. Anderson, who, by obtaining a mortgage from Millennium Home Mortgage LLC based on their fraudulent deed, committing another act of fraud. The attached criminal record are forged, robber, signed, bogus, and fraudulent documents that prove the actual commission of felony conceivable by the Court of the United States and the State of New Jersey. Okay. Again, now in regard to this short statement in regard to defend the Jennifer M. Perez, okay, clerk of the New Jersey Superior Court. As per the attached Exhibit C, 12 pages, a judicial note was sent on May 6, 2013, see Exhibit D, by plaintiff to defend Jennifer M. Perez. Exhibit 2, report the advice that someone has signed a court order on her behalf using her official signature as a clerk of the Superior Court to produce a fraudulent and bogus forced eviction of court order. These exhibits are forged, bogus, and fraudulent documents which are felony recognizable by the Court of the United States and the State of New Jersey. Defendant Jennifer Perez, being an officer of the court, knows that laws as sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America and the laws. Since May 6, 2013, defendant Jennifer M. Perez is failing to comply with her official oath in calling on the DA or the Department of Justice to investigate this felony recognizable by the Court of the United States and the State of New Jersey. Therefore, by law, she is in violation of his official oath under the Title 18 U.S.C. 4, Title 42 U.S.C. 1986, and 18 U.S.C. 3, and breach of fiduciary duty. Defendant Perez is not following the above statutory procedure. CMS and then Ricardo this fraudulent document and serve the purpose to first give again the same purpose. Okay. All right. Cause of action: breach of fiduciary duty. 18 U.S.C. 2041, conspiracy against right of citizens. U.S.C. 42, 1985, a civil action for conspiracy to interfere with civil rights. Third-party defendants, State Judge Thomas C. Miller and Jennifer M. Perez, are concealing the criminal activities committed by all the others defendants in this matter of perjury generally. 18 U.S.C. 1621, false statements. 18 U.S.C. 1001, fraud upon the court. 18 U.S.C. 1028, fraud and related activity in connection with identification documents, authentication, futures, and information. 1945, procuring, filing of false document or offering false document for filing, and further they are in default of their obligation to report these criminal activities committed by all the above captured defendants in this case to the DA or the appropriate officers of the law. Violation of the official oath. Conclusion. In conclusion of this complaint, a third-party complaint, okay, I stated that in view of plaintiff constitutional rights and the violation committed against the supposed integrity of the judicial branch of Somerset County and the State of New Jersey with the concealment of those forged, rubber-signed, bogus, and fraudulent documents, plaintiff has filed this civil criminal action under the Civil RICO statute at 18 U.S.C. 1964, which he demands all relief affordable to plaintiff, private attorney general, and applicable law, which relief are to be determined by the jury. A jury of peers has been just and proper under these insidious circumstances. Based on the above stated facts, it is clear that the third-party defendants, State Judge Thomas C. Miller and Jennifer M. Perez, have breached their fiduciary duty. Accordingly, plaintiff trusts that this court will provide him with an empanelment of special grand juries for organized crime in this case to achieve the due justice in this particular and unusual case where the federal plaintiff and his family lives have been destroyed by the negligent and voluntary criminal action of the above captioned defendant in this case. Okay, in this case, well, as you know, just to give you the names of the defendants in this case, I just want to go over you too. Somerset County Sheriff Frank Provenzano, State Judge Mary C. Jacobson, Attorney Nicholas J. Canova, Attorney Greg P. Tuckbecking, Fane, Sarge Kane, Shepard, PC, Fargo Bank, and now the third party, State Judge Thomas Miller and Jennifer M. Perez. These are the defendant in this case, okay, which has been assigned once again to the same judge, okay, Judge Fred Walson. Now, in this matter, I'm showing you the fact here that this was the judicial notice sent by 22 pages. You can see here. This was sent to the state judge Thomas Miller as a judicial note, so he was aware before I sued him. I give him the possibility to defend himself and provide information to the probate authority. He's a judge. I mean, he can do his own court order, okay, to clean up stuff. So all that. Let me tell you why Sheriff Provenzano refused to investigate my case after I provide him with a package of evidence explaining what he was supposed to investigate. Well, it's obvious that Frank Provenzano, being a sheriff, being a Republican political figure in Somerset County, and connected with the politician like I'm gonna show you now. Well, I had no interest to investigate my case because he was supposed to investigate some members of the county committee Republican, such as Gary DiNardo, Malcolm Plager, Donald DeFrancesco, Caroline Garofalo, Sordillo, John Colley, Lefter, and etc., etc. So basically, he was supposed to start from the committee members and planning board members of Warren Township, and up to investigate Sleep Hollow, Warren LLC, the development, where the members of DeFrancesco, Batman, Colley, which is Mr. Colley, have an interest in the land, with this land, okay, in Sleep Hollow, in the Sleep Hollow development and Geddes Lane development. Both developments, Mr. Colley had a conflict of interest because his land, he wanted to develop his land, and then they use all his power they could to manipulate the situation, okay, and manipulate all the law, the ordinance, to get away with it. So here what you see in here, Mr. Colley here, DeFrancesco Firman, this is Mr. Colley here. Mr. Colley being a member of the New Jersey State Bar Association, members of the Somerset County Bar Association, Township Attorney Warren Township, okay, Township Attorney Clinton Township, and he's been a mayor of Warren Township in 1975, and New Jersey Director of a Selective Service System. Donna DeFrancesco, everybody knows who's Donna DeFrancesco, okay, very connected, best friend of our Governor Chris Christie, okay, as such as ex-governor. He was a governor in 2001, the same year when the development of Sleep Hollow obtained all the approval on the environmental. You should know that the Sleep Hollow development consists was in a sensitive environmental, where open state water exists, where wetland exists, okay, and Buffalo assist. So we got critical environment, hard to build homes, but for some reason Sleep Hollow Warren obtained in weeks those permit to build homes in this environmental. So to me it's really strange, because as I know about how proceeding goes when you go to apply for the state the environmental protection applications, takes years, okay, but not for Sleep Hollow. Sleep Hollow get it done. You just space and get it done, okay. So now here you got Senator Bittman, okay, is a senator of a judiciary, state judiciary. He's the one who appoint judges and disbar lawyers, etc., etc. So powerful people, right? Now you should know. I'm gonna show you that. In fact, if you see here, when the DeFrancisco was governor, DeFrancisco Doc nominations, okay. Here, during the final weeks of Donna DeFrancisco terms as acting governor, the state senator voted to confirm 250 appointees during the 2001 Doc section. One of them was his chief counsel, James Harkness, current the senator Republican executive director and a member of Governor-elect Christopher Christie, okay, translation team. Accent who was appointed in a local finance board, financing. You can see how banks can connect to this, okay, how they get connected with the financial system in New Jersey, and they are all the banks they control all these things. It's only familiar name on DeFrancisco list of appointments. Okay, now if I go the appointment here to be a judge of the Superior Court, I gonna scroll it down this one here. I'm going to be named for the Casino Investment Development. We got John Colley here. He was renamed. He took place of Karen Gaffney, whatever. And we go to the judge nominee Fred H. Kaufman of Bridgewater. Fred H. Kaufman is the judge who denied me my constitutional right of due process of law, trial by jury. Okay, I demand the trial by jury. He denied me because I will have the transcript of the corrupt transcript of Maria Camerata before the jury. Obviously, the Camerata would have been prosecutor for a crime, okay, for obstruction of justice. And Fred Kaufman denied me all that, conceal all the crime, and dismiss my case. Okay, so that the Stiparo could go on, right? Anyway, he was appointed by DeFrancisco law firm. DeFrancisco. People to intimidate it. Jeffrey B. Later. This is actually the person, the lawyer who replaced John Colley in the committee meetings in Warrenton shape. So since they say that the Colley they retired, they took the place. Before him it was John Bellardo. When I was dealing with my problems, my land there. So somehow I got him fired. He must have he made some mistake that I used against them. Anyway, this is exactly he's the attorney who sit with Mark Crane, okay, the administrator of the town. I do have a message for Mark Crane. Mark Crane, you need to talk. You know exactly what they did to my family, how they destroyed my family, and then because the conflict of your pal, okay, John Colley, okay. You sit next to him for many years before the committee, so you know exactly what they did to my family. You start to talk because it's time now, okay? Anyway, we got the list here. This one is exactly the members of the firm, okay? And the counsel of John Colley here. This date was, I pulled this, was 2008. You see Joseph V. Sordillo. He's the son of Victor Sordillo, a member of the committee members. Victor Sordillo has been connected, been in conflict all the time because with the Francesco law firm. In the meantime, with his job, he works for Chubb, and Hall is related, connected very well with the Francesco. So if he wants to give a favor to the law firm of the Francesco, you have to do it. Otherwise, you can lose a job. Okay. Now, Coley, and this is a letter from Schiller Pinger, and the attorney was Joe Murray. Okay, he's represented Slipalo interest, and he's been also considered many crimes. And then, you know, he should have been an honest. I thought he was an honest, good lawyer, but he's not. It's not, because when it comes to protect people from crime, there's no client issue there. He's supposed to work for justice. The Coley and Sordillo conflict issues. That's what he wrote. As Mr. Coley, John Coley here, he's an attorney in New Jersey who had previously served as the Warren Township mayor and attorney for the township. Coley retired several years ago. He's talking about 2008. And then if you go online, I have a video where Mr. Coley is before the committee and convinced the committee that the swap land that they had to do with the Slipalo was convened to the town by saying that given the land, switch the land, the good land with the wetland to the town was a good deal for the town. So that the town allowed building more house when we pay tax for not, and receive wetland where the wetland cannot be built homes on it. So I don't know what was the deal there, but certainly it was for advantage of Slipalo, not for the town, because the town would keep good land, you know, Slipalo couldn't put the house in the wetland, and we wouldn't pay tax for buy the land. Okay, so fraud on the people of Warren Township. That's what happened here. Okay, and he said he called the resident located in Crest Boulevard, which is right next to my property. Mr. Coley have sold the property, subject property to Mr. D'Angelo. There was a mortgage deed online, but that's it. That was it. It never shows any sold, any transcription of money, anything that guaranteed us the land was sold. To my knowledge, you know, I know that Mr. Coley didn't sell the property. He made it believe that because there's a conflict of interest in it. But I subpoenaed some document. I never received any proof that he received money. I would like to see it. As for Sordillo, incapacity of committee members of Township of Warren, Mrs. Sordillo had expressed an interest in purchasing one of the proposed lot, obviously. And Mrs. Sordillo, he was supposed to not vote, stay away from anything has to do with the Slipalo, because he's recusing himself, and then he had to be on the committee meeting to vote aloud. In conclusion of this video, the attention goes to the Inspector General, the U.S. Inspector General, and the FBI, and the Attorney General. This case I'm showing you here, it's a motion, it's a court order from District Court from Judge Fred Walson on 9/9/2011. Okay, September 9, 2011. Now you know that the Frank Provenzano defaulted, and he came evicting me from my home when he was in default. The eviction, the first law of eviction happened August 8, 2011, and this court order comes on September 9, okay, 2011. Right, so August, and the next is September. Okay, so the order that defendant Provenzano shall have 7 days from the date of this order. 2. Respond to plaintiff motion for default judgment, and plaintiff reply due 7 days. So, and then further, after all the document that I just showed you in my first and second in this video here, the defendant Wells Fargo was granted a motion to dismiss my case by Fred Walson. Fred Walson ignored all the criminal evidence. So now, did Frank Provenzano commit the obstruction of justice? Sure. A pending lawsuit, a default against him pending. He came to my house in retaliation of that with bogus court orders, okay, that was not signed by a judge, okay. They came and forced and stole my property, and this is obstruction of justice. And you cannot let as sheriff or as head of office who swear to protect the people of Somerset County, swear to protect the United States Constitution, okay. He had just swore against all what he swear on it. So he war against the Constitution of the United States. That's a treason. Okay. So to you, officer, to you, federal, authority, you need to take action in this case. Okay, it's your job. I am just a citizen who happen to believe in his constitutional rights. My family for 3 generations as veterans of war protect our constitutional right by laying down our life, and not gonna give up until justice prevail. So as I just show you that this wasn't on default. Now when I serve again with this new case, Frank Provenzano, case 13-2256, and once again he defaulted, and today is July 19, 2013. I am going to send this certified mail to clerk office, district court, in Trenton, requesting the entering of default, certification of default by Fargo Bank, and Frank Provenzano. They both defaulted on this case. Alright, the new case under title RICO. Right. We didn't receive any comply about that, so they failed to plead, on the case. So once again, Frank Provenzano defaulted on my complaint. So the next video I will talk about the corrupt, manipulated transcript provided for Marian Camerata, and how she get away with that, how she doing it, and all those senator and congressmen who knew about my case and then do nothing about it. They just be quiet when they by their hope they should report it. So, and then I hope that this video somebody in Washington will get moved by this video and will come to New Jersey and help some victims here of corruption, including myself. Alright, because there are many that I know. Alright, and alright, so I will leave it like this for now. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you understood what I'm trying to say, and then hope you will be interested to see more video. Okay.
You are taken, baby. I've been looking for someone like you to save me. Life's too easy to be so damn complicated. Take your time and I'll be waiting. Keep me in mind. Somewhere down the road you might get lonely. Keep me in mind. And I pray someday that you will love me only. Think about you someday.